The Nintendo Switch 2 is upon us, and there are about a million or a couple million people on Twitter freaking out and bashing Nintendo right now. They just had the Nintendo Direct yesterday. The system comes out June 5th or June 6th or something like that, so it's coming up soon, and people are shocked. They're shocked at the price of not only the console, but the games. The games themselves are just going far above and beyond the pricing that has been set by AAA games and developers for like the last 2 years now. So we're going to go off of American and Canadian pricing here. I'm Canadian, and obviously all the pricing we're going to be seeing is an American. They're raising it by $10, and we'll get to that, but I wanted to buy a Switch 2. I did. I haven't had a Nintendo Switch, I haven't had a Nintendo, period, since my parents bought me a Super Nintendo whenever that came out, a long, long time ago. And I wanted to get into Nintendo games recently, but I wanted the graphical update. So I was really waiting for the Nintendo Switch 2 just to see, what the pricing was going to be like, what the graphics were going to be like. I think it'd be really cool to have a system like this. Now, that is not going to happen, dude. There's no way on God's tiny green earth I'm going to pay this kind of money. And you're going to see how much it is, man. It's not, $10 doesn't sound like that much, but when we're talking these games right now with how expensive they are in the Canadian dollar, the way that it is, you're going to shit bricks, just like everybody else is freaking out online about this, and for good reason. It's really predatory monetary tactics, and you'll see in this article by IGN right here. Here's why the Nintendo Switch 2, Mario Kart World, and everything around them is so expensive. Nintendo is charging this price because they feel they can. They feel they can. They feel that you're a sucker enough to pay this kind of money. So the Nintendo Switch, I'm not even going to talk about the Nintendo Switch 2 price. It's $449 USD. So if we go $449, it's 630 Canadian dollars. I heard that retail is going to be around 650 or something like that, which that you're getting up there into, I believe, like the Series X and the PS5 Pro prices, which is maybe it's justified if the system is really good. The problem with it, though, is that I just don't understand how you can pack that much power into something this small. I don't think it's going to be, it's not going to have the graphical fidelity that any of these modern gaming consoles have. There's no way in hell that it's going to. I'd be really, really super surprised with the dock. I don't know exactly how they work. I don't know everything about Nintendo Switches, but there's no way. And even if it was, then if it did match that, the performance of the Xbox and the PS5, that's fine. I don't see really a huge deal with the pricing, because it is what all these other ones cost, maybe a little bit more, which is silly. But so we're not going to get into this IGN article too much. I just wanted to read that headline and read kind of this here. You can see that Mario Kart World by itself, this is the digital edition, is $80 US, 80 doll hairs, United States coins. Okay. That's a lot of moolah. Now, I've heard a lot of shit about Nintendo. I've heard that they're a very greedy company. I haven't heard a lot of good things about Nintendo these days. I know that they sell, they don't ever really put their games on sale for like big discounts or anything like that, because you can only buy the game in one place. That's kind of the shitty thing about Nintendo. It's just only Nintendo games you can play on there, which is pretty wild. Actually, you can play some other games too, but I'm sure that they take a huge cut of that. Okay, so let's get into the prices now. Sorry, guys, I'm sick. Let's get into the prices now. It is 80 USD, okay? For Nintendo, for Mario Kart. It's $112. $112. Now let's go to the sales tax calculator for Ontario. It's $112. It comes out to $126 in Ontario for fucking Mario Kart World, dude. $126. You gotta be out of your fucking mind to pay that kind of money for just a game. It doesn't matter that it's a Nintendo game or GTA 6 or what the fuck ever kind of game. It could be the greatest game ever made. $130 is too much money for a video game I don't think a lot of people are going to fight with me on this one. It's crazy. It really is crazy. And I can't justify it. I don't think a lot of people are going to be able to justify it. $126 is a lot of moolah, man. You can do quite a bit with $126, although it is shrinking and our Canadian dollar is tanking. I mean, look at when you look right here, it's how much why is CAD so weak? And everything underneath on Google is all just like, why is Canadian dollar crashing? Yeah, our Canadian dollar is really, really bad right now. This wouldn't sting as much if our economy wasn't absolute crap. And so anyways, they say right here that it's all because, why is the Canadian dollar so weak? Canadian dollar is losing power to the USD because the American Central Bank currently has a higher discount rate interest rate than Canada's. I think it's a little bit more than that. I think it's a little bit more than our interest rates. Okay, let's just get that out of the way. The dollar's been pretty bad for a while. I think it's a little bit more than that, but that's besides the point. Okay, our dollar sucks. We can't do anything about that right now. So anyways, that's $80 for the digital edition. There is a physical edition too. The actual hard copy, the case, the little package inside, all that stuff. It's going to be $90. $90, dude. 90. $126. Let's put it into the calculator. 126 Canadian dollars is $142 Canadian dollars. $142. It's fucking crazy. It's crazy. Sorry, I'm not trying to scream in your face. This mic sucks. This probably sounds like shit. $142 is nuts, man. Like, if you buy this, if you are buying the hard copy, fucking dude, what are you doing with your money? I mean, you're just pissing it away at that point. Like, and the thing that kind of sucks for people, I think that Nintendo people of all the different fans of these different systems are probably the ones most likely to buy the physical copies, wouldn't you say? Like, they're collectors. They love the Nintendo ecosystem. They love the Nintendo games. They want the physical fucking thing in their hand. At least that's the impression I get from Nintendo gamers and fans. So to just jam $142 down their throat, you know what I mean? If you go to BC, it's the same. Alberta, it's obviously the lowest, you know, for tax here. It's like 4% or something like that, total sales tax. But if you're in BC or Ontario, pretty much I think any other province other than Alberta, you're paying out of the ass for this. Like, I mean, I wouldn't buy this in Alberta. Look at it. If you just go Alberta, boom, just like this, calculate. I'm not paying $132 for that. It's fucking crazy. You know, I'm still just going to go to Ontario because, I mean, the most amount of people live in Ontario, if I'm not mistaken. So, yeah, $142. Now, the big issue with all of this, with all of these prices, is that not only is Nintendo being extremely greedy, they're also opening the doors. They're opening the doors up to all the other executives, the CEOs, and the game development companies that have been eyeing $90 games, or sorry, $80 games, right? Is it? Yeah, $80 games. Now, it's too much money. I mean, our dollar is so bad right now that they used to be 90 in Canada. Now they're 93. So when you buy like a brand spanking new AAA full price game, you're paying roughly $110 or 100 something like that, $110 for me in Alberta. It's like 105, 107. It's still crazy. So to jump that up to 142 is nuts. And now you have Grand Theft Auto has come out and their CEO said, well, it's worth it. The game is worth it. Why don't we charge $100? Well, you know why you don't charge $100 dude? Is because people are hardcore about Grand Theft Auto. They're hardcore about Rockstar Games. And also, you make $1 jillion fucking dollars in shark cards and all the fucking things that surround the god, like all that stuff. They just make so much money. And like I don't have the exact stats up here right now, but I know it's billions and billions and billions of dollars that Grand Theft Auto 5 made after the initial sales of the games. I mean, like, if you took away the billions of dollars that people paid for the base game and you just looked at the microtransactions, it's in the billions. I'm betting it's $4, $5, $6, $7 billion since that game came out. It might even be more. It's got to be a ton, man. I know it's a lot. I know it's in the billions for sure. And I mean, if there's smaller games that are in the billions, so GTA, and the thing that is crazy about all this too is that GTA, like, Grand Theft Auto is going to come out, but Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to come out, but GTA 5 ain't going nowhere. It's not like they're going to discontinue the game. People are still going to be playing GTA 5 for a long, long time, spending money on it. It's not just going to go away. So that's even more money that they're going to make. And in like with Nintendo raising these prices, if you think that fucking EA isn't sitting there and rubbing their grubby little hands together going, like you know that they are. EA is one of the greasiest fucking companies out there. They're going to charge $80 American. They're going to raise it by $10 by the end of the year when their games come out. I guarantee you, dude, they're going to do it. The only thing the only reason why they might not do it is because they themselves, I think, deep down know that these sports games are a fucking ripoff. You know what I mean? It's the same thing every single year, but I wouldn't doubt that they would just jack the prices up still. I think that they know that it's a ripoff, and they might not, because they know that they might lose too much out on that because it is a steep price increase, and they do just keep regurgitating the same game over and over and over again. Hang on. So EA, all the other big games, they're all going to start charging this. You know it. We really need to reject this Nintendo plight, this pricing plight. It's like fucking, it's criminal, dude. It is. Like, jacking up the price like this is criminal. They're jacking up the price for the physical edition by $20. They're absolutely out of their minds. Now, I don't know how things are in Japan. Clearly they're real good if they're charging this kind of money. Nintendo's in Japan, right? I'm not crazy. Or is it Chinese? I don't know. But shit must be good over there if they're charging this price, because holy fuck, dude. Who's paying that kind of money in North America right now, especially in Canada? Jesus Christ, dude, we're getting fucking crushed right now. We're getting crushed by all angles, by all sides, dude. We're getting fucked. It's nuts. But anyways, so I got it out of my system. This is what it is. The prices are crazy. Fuck Nintendo, dude. Nintendo, look, I mean, even right here, playing games in Canada is tough. Nintendo Switch price tag leaves much to be desired, I'm going to guess. Leaves Canadian gamers shocked. Yeah, no shit, dude. No shit, dude. It's really, really bad. It's really, really bad. And this is just, it's just a sign of the things that are, of the way that it's going. You know what I mean? Like, us as gamers, a lot of people, it's not just a hobby. Like, it's something that you do daily almost, you know, for a lot of people. We bleed, breathe, love video games. It means a lot to us, and they know that, and they're going to take advantage of that. So let's take a look at Twitter now. Let's take a look at our beautiful Twitter. Also, what the fuck is with these Howie Mandel stories? Have you guys seen this? It's like some kind of fake bullshit. I don't know what this is. Maybe this is a real one, but there's been like a million fake Howie Mandel stories going on. Whatever. I don't care about Howie Mandel. Fuck Howie Mandel, dude. I'm going to say this with no malice. I genuinely think the Switch 2 is going to be a generational flop for Nintendo. These price tags have created such negativity around its release that I'm actually flabbergasted they fucked this up bad. I mean, dude, those prices are nuts. $142 for the physical, $125-ish or $126 for the digital. How many, dude, you personally, would you write in the comments right now, would you buy, right? Not only would you buy this system, but if your kid wanted it or something like that, right? Or you or your kid, would you honestly be willing to pay $130 for a game? The digital version of the game, you don't even get the fucking thing, dude. I wouldn't, and I know probably a lot of you are going to say no too, But the thing is, man, there's a lot of people out there with extra money. They might just be willing to pay this, and I really hope that they're not. But the thing is that there's a lot of people out there who just consume mindlessly, and they don't give a fuck. Nintendo fans holding on to dear life, defending the price hike. That is amazing, dude. That child is in danger. Let's go on here. Nintendo genuinely just paved the way to $80 games being the norm. What the fuck? This fucking sucks. Yeah, dude. That guy's got it. Got it. Nailed it right on the head. All these people. Red Dead Redemption 2 cost $400 million to make from the ground up and sold for $60. Meanwhile, Nintendo develops Mario Kart using reused assets for less than $50 million and wants to sell it for $90. How can anyone possibly justify these atrocious prices from Nintendo? Now, see, I don't know that much about Nintendo. There are a lot of people who know a ton about, different video game consoles and creators and companies. So when someone says that the game costs $50 million to make, I have to think that maybe that's spot on. And if that is, that's actually insane. And they're trying to do that, because I know that Nintendo, they probably do reuse a lot of assets, right? I mean, a lot of different gaming companies do reuse assets to lower prices. But I mean, a game like Red Dead, dude, they craft that game from the ground up, $400 million, they charge $60 for it. And guess what, dude? Red Dead made an absolute killing for them. So if it's between, even if it was 150 million, say it was 3 times as much as what it says here to make that game, that $90 is still too much money. So this generation of gaming, Microsoft is giving their games to everyone else. Sony has no games. Nintendo has games that wants your left kidney and your firstborn child. Nintendo, when it's time to drop the most anti-consumer practice you've never seen in your life after showcasing the most innovative and creative game of the industry. I mean, I don't know what game they're talking about. Oh, Mario Kart. Maybe it's Mario Kart. Is it really that innovative, though? I mean, look, even Jeff Keighley's talking about it. Mario Kart World will retail for $80 for the digital edition. It's fucking nuts, man. That's way too much money. I hope that the Switch 2 is plagued by piracy right out of the gate. Nintendo deserves it. Yeah, that's, I mean, I don't know how piracy works on console, but God, by all means, you kind of have to, dude. I mean, I remember when games were like $50. I remember when they went up to $50, I'm pretty sure. And I was like, oh, that's a lot of money. Back when you could just download the game right onto your system. Back when you just put the CD in your console and it would just fucking turn on and then you could play the games with your buddies. Oh, fuck Nintendo for setting the precedent of $80 video games. You just screwed over every gamer, not just Nintendo fans. Fuck you. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to argue with that, man. It's literally stinks. And they have a huge market cap too, Nintendo. People are going to buy this, unfortunately. And they're unfortunately going to buy it, but I mean, look, it goes on and on and on and on and on. This is how the Nintendo Switch 2 menu will look because people can only afford one game. I mean, legit, dude. If you're paying that kind of money, I mean, how many games could you possibly buy? Not everybody has, and it's that much. If you're talking in Canada, with $500, you're getting 3 games? Not even 4? You're almost at $400 for 3 games, no? Yeah. So it's you can't afford another one. So $500 for 4 games, or sorry, for 3 games. It's I mean, it's not 500, but with 500 you couldn't buy 4. I mean, yeah, it's either way. My math stinks. It's too much money. You shouldn't buy this shit, dude. Fuck Nintendo. I mean, goddamn, dude. Nintendo should just look at everybody freaking out about drop the price. Look at when the thing's going on, drop the price. Drop the price. Everyone, oh my god, dude. The chat on the live was going crazy on the live stream on YouTube. Everyone has just dropped the price, dude. Drop the price. Yeah. Because they didn't even say how much it was, but people had already, obviously, while it was happening, looked up the price and started freaking out, right? But yeah, man, the game industry is looking pretty shitty right now. GPUs and Nvidia and prices for computers are astronomical. I mean, I'm trying to build a computer right now. It's way too expensive, man. I mean, even just I was looking at the 9070 XT, bare minimum like $950 to $1,000, bare minimum. And if you want to keep it in the Nvidia family, the 5070 Ti, which is not really a huge upgrade, it would be for me because I have a 1080 Ti. But the 5070 Ti, the absolute cheapest one that you can buy, I think, is like $1,250 Canadian, just for the graphics card. You have not bought anything else for your computer. And there's a lot of computer games I want to buy, but anyways, computers are really expensive, consoles are really expensive. I mean, Xbox today, South of Midnight drops, right, which is an Xbox exclusive made by Compulsion Games, which is owned by Xbox and Microsoft. And that game, so now this is what Microsoft is doing now and Xbox is doing with these games, right? It's the early access. The early access is they're manufacturing FOMO and fear of missing out, and it should be fucking illegal. Early access should be illegal if there's a price difference. If there's no price difference and you want to pay for an early version, an unfinished version of the game, that's different. But this whole 5-day early access thing that Xbox is doing, so even if you have the highest level Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, which is 25 Canadian dollars a month, I might add, you still don't get the game early. You still don't get it early, dude. You get it when it just releases, which is usually 5 or 6 days after the early access, right? So today is the early access. And so on top of that, you have to pay $20. You have to pay a $20 premium upgrade fee to get it early. It's such bullshit, dude. Early access is bad. So you got PC, which once you get the PC, the life is great on PC. The prices are great. Steam is great. But God bless Steam, dude. I hope we got to protect Steam with all of our lives, dude. Whatever we got to do to protect the people who run Steam and don't let that shit get turned into a fucking corporate fucking mess. We got to do that because Steam knows how to do it. Their return process and all that is great. You can return games, no problem. I've returned a bunch of games after playing them quite a bit and they just stunk. I've returned games. The prices are way better than console for the most part. When they're brand new, it's all the same. But for the most part, there's a trillion games on there, infinitely cheaper. And even the same games are usually cheaper on PC. Xbox with its bullshit. And then PlayStation is a whole nother monetary fucking massacre on its own with how much they charge for their games, how many fucking re-releases they have, how many remasters that they have. PlayStation has amazing games, but they're not really with it today with the prices as well. And they have their own monetary policies that people don't agree with as well. Like it is a lot more expensive, and it's not as good of a deal on PlayStation for sure. Xbox can be a better deal with Game Pass, but if you want to play it early, you know what I mean? Like if you want to just play it when it first comes out, the FOMO thing, it's going to cost you a little bit extra, which is, that's a big knock on Xbox, and a big knock on PlayStation is just the prices and the fact that they don't really put the price down that much, like ever, even for their older games. It's actually crazy. And PlayStation Plus kind of stinks too. They took a lot of the games off they took a lot of their PlayStation games that were supposed to be like a lot of the PlayStation exclusives on PlayStation Plus. They took them off. So anyways, I'm gonna stop yapping about this shit, dude. The gaming industry is in a really shitty place right now. So is our Canadian dollar. So is everyone's economies are all fucked up, dude. It's not a good time. And for Nintendo to be doing this right now is extremely disrespectful, man. Not only is it disrespectful to the gaming community, it's just disrespectful to, I don't even know what I'm fucking saying. It's disrespectful to everybody. Fuck Nintendo, dude. That's what I'm trying to say. So thank you guys for watching. If you got anything, please like the video. I'm going to try making more news videos like this on YouTube more often. I make all these videos on TikTok first because it's just a little bit faster. So now I think I'm going to make 2 versions so that I can talk for a little bit longer on YouTube, and we can dive into depth a little bit more on YouTube, and I can talk for longer. And And yeah, because maybe one day I can actually make money on YouTube. I can't make shit making videos on TikTok. It's a purely of bringing people in on TikTok so that hopefully they see my live and fucking give me a penny. Give me a rose, god damn it! Anyways, I'm going to be streaming south of midnight all day today pretty much. I'm starting in 3 hours. 5 p.m. Mountain, 7 p.m. Eastern on Twitch, YouTube, and TikTok. We're going to be streaming over there for a while. I did it. I'm bitching about the fucking South of Midnight thing, dude. And I paid for the early access. That it pisses me off, dude. I don't want to do it. But I've been waiting for this game for 2 years. I've gotten, tens of millions of views about this game. I have to do it. I make money streaming. I invested in this stupid shit. But it still pisses me off and I shouldn't do it, dude. Fuck Xbox for doing that, too. It's greasy. It's greasy shit. Okay, goodbye.